Okay, today will be important tips for language learning. Part 4. Communication or perfection. Really, this is something I love to talk about. Because why is it? Really, you gotta ask this fundamental question. Why is it that we learn languages? I mean, the reason I like learning languages is not only because language is in itself inherently interesting, from a linguistic point of view, but really, I love learning languages because of the human aspect. It is really fun to talk to other people in their own language, to communicate. And that is my point in this video. As adults, we are always so worried about making mistakes. We always try to be perfect. Perfect here, perfect there, no mistakes. Always have to look our best. Because we are so worried about what our peers might think of us. Would they think I'm dumb if I make mistakes? What if I embarrass myself? This is going to be really difficult. I have to study hard. I have to do good. And it's kind of in a way self-destructive. It will be a downfall in language learning, I think, because really, language learning, the reason you learn a language is to communicate. The first approach to learning a language should really solely be to communicate, because that is the funnest part, to talk to other people, in communication. So, like Lao Shu, Moses McCormick, I really like his FLR system because it focuses on being able to speak right away, have fun, and communicate right away. And when you communicate successfully in a language, it really boosts your motivation, and it really gets you geared up to learn more. Yeah, you want to learn more. And everybody, when they go to learn a language, right away they should focus a little bit on pronunciation, so they are at least understandable, because that is the goal, just to be understandable. Even though I am talking with accent right now, hopefully you can understand what I am saying. Hopefully it is understandable. And if you understand it, then that's communication, and that is all you need. Communication. Everybody, when they go to learn a language, right away they're gonna have a thick accent, and they're not gonna pronounce things perfectly, but as long as the other party, the listener, can understand what you are saying, that is it. Once people can understand me, I feel completely content. I feel very happy. That is my goal. That is what I want. If people who know German and they watch my German, videos, they know my grammar is not perfect. My Aussprache, yeah, my pronunciation is not always perfect. But the thing is I just want to communicate. I speak German with my family. I just like to be able to chime in German and understand the German and have fun with German. I love watching movies in German. I love reading German literature, yeah. And for me, it's fun. All I want to do when I learn languages is have fun. I'm not worried about being perfect or anything like that. I think that's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, it's cool to have a good accent and to sound like, you're a native speaker, and to have good pronunciation. Yeah, that's fun. And I encourage you to do that. But I'm saying, don't make it your primary goal. First and foremost, communication should be the foundation, the primary goal of language learning. And then after you feel like you can really sufficiently communicate in the language, then after that, work on having perfect pronunciation, having good accent, having, perfection. But really, communication should come first. Communication is the best. That is the most fundamental part of language learning. So when you start with your course book and you're learning, try to find phrases. Try to look in your phrase book, find phrases, so you can go out there and talk right away. Because once you communicate, you feel so good. Communication makes you feel so good. And then for me, communication is good enough. Yeah, I will get better as time goes on. I just let the language come at me. I speak, and if I can communicate, I am happy. And then with time, with exposure to the language, and keep learning, keep practicing. Over time, your accent will get better without you even trying, without you really putting your attention to getting a better accent. You will get it better. You will get a better accent without trying, without actively trying. You will get a better accent. That's just the way it works, and the grammar will all come in too. The grammar will come in. I mean, it's awesome, you know. And if, let's say, you do make a mistake every now and then, you make a mistake. We're humans. We make mistakes. When you make a mistake, if it's, let's say, a very embarrassing one, yes, you will feel embarrassed. Yes, it will kind of suck a little bit. You might be worried people think I'm dumb or something like that. But they missed the very, very positive part. The important part about making mistakes that makes making mistakes the best. I love making mistakes. It is the best. Because when you make a mistake, you get embarrassed. And you remember it because it was so embarrassing. And you remember, you go, oh, I was so dumb. I probably sounded crazy. And everybody was like, what's with this crazy guy? So you remember. It is in your mind always. And when you remember, you don't make the same mistake again. It is always in your mind, so you never make the same mistake again because you fear the same embarrassment. So really, it is a positive thing because you turn this negative thing into a positive thing and you never ever make the same mistake again. You learn how to correct it and you never make it again. Problem solved. It is the best. So making mistakes are a good thing. Language learning is about making mistakes. You will make mistakes. It's inevitable. Everybody will make mistakes in language learning. No one is going to be perfect. I try to step out of my comfort zone, try to say things I know that I probably make mistakes, but I say them anyways in hopes that I will be understood. And usually I am. And if I make mistakes, they correct me. So I am happy. It is all good. Making mistakes, good thing. Communication, that is the goal.